a happy Sunday and welcome to Mind Matters this beautiful day. We are Stream UG Radio and bring to you many programs every day that are conscious of your feelings. It is intentional. Today I have a guest and I'm going to bring her in a lot faster than many others because she has a very big story to tell. Her story is not far from mine and not far from so many others who have been through a substance use related disorder and whatever it comes along with. It's not easy to share these stories about yourself because sometimes we feel ashamed or embarrassed or sad or disappointed, or we feel like time has left us behind. But we still do share for one reason, and that reason is to help others who are like us, because we know it is not something easy for us, and it is even more extremely difficult for our families. So Bill Bekunda, your host this morning, I am happy to introduce to you Karoro. Karo, I hope I've said that name correctly. Yes. How are you?
I am very well.
You're very well.
Yes.
I'm
sober.
You're happy, you're sober. I like that. That's the first thing you mentioned, because why is it very important for you to be sober?
Because this was something I never expected to happen at any one time. Usually in my active addiction at this time I was already drunk. Yeah. So it's a miracle for me to be clear-eyed, light-headed, and generally happy.
Okay. So you didn't expect to be sober?
It was hard. It had been hard for a very long time.
Very long?
I had stopped hoping.
Very long is how long? And
very long is about 19 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's quite a while.
It is.
And you had lost hope. That's what you are beginning to say.
I had lost hope because I usually am good at managing all my other obsessions, but this one I had failed.
This
completely.
One jumped?
Yes.
Why do you think it jumped? Without using the scientific whatever knowledge you know, as you, from the way you'd feel about it?
In retrospect now, I think it jammed because I was simply not at that point where I wanted to let go.
Okay.
Yes.
But it was destroying your life.
It was, and that distraction was evident. And I was seeing it, and other people were seeing it, but I was just not at the point where I was tired of the distraction.
You are not yet tired?
I wasn't.
Are you tired now?
I am tired like yesterday.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you're going to introduce yourself to us. Tell us a bit of what you do, and then we'll start from there.
All right. Thank you, Bill. It's good to be here this morning. Good morning, everybody, our listeners. I hope you're having a happy Sunday. My name is Karoro Chomhendo. I am an addiction counselor working at Uzima Life Streams of Life Ministries in Seguko on Entebbe Road. I'm a recovering alcoholic. It's some years, not a long time, but a while in recovery. And by the grace of God, doing it one day at a time.
One day at a time. That's what's important.
Yes.
Because you've already mentioned that the struggle for 19 years, it's not easy. But you look so young. How can it be that long?
Probably the grace is on me.
It's on you.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get into it, because people don't understand. You've already mentioned things whereby you've mentioned that, people could notice, you could notice that it was destroying your life. You failed.
Yes.
And so we want to now go back to the genesis of where it started.
Yes.
I like to put myself in as well and mention that in my case, I started off because I was influenced by my friends at school in senior 2. And they simply said, join us. And I felt good that they wanted my company. So I went with them. I tested. I liked it. And when I liked it, became my obsession. And from then on, nobody could separate me from the love of the drink.
Yes.
Now that was my scenario. Okay, 15-year-old boy. Tell me, how did it start for you?
Mine started a bit late. By the usual start-off standards. Yes, I grew up in a household where there was drink. My father liked to give us a bit of alcohol to drink with him, but it was something that was negligible. Yes. It was 2004. I was starting my last year of campus. And of course, now that I look back at it, now that's a justification I give for starting alcohol. But I was in love.
Just tell us what happened. Don't worry about the explanations will come later.
Yes, I was in love. I was in love with a person who was drinking.
Butterflies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very intense butterflies. I was in love with a person who was drinking. I was not drinking.
Was that your first relationship?
Yes, it was. My first serious relationship.
Yes, in your final year at
university.
Okay.
Yes, so I was excited, as all young girls are, when you first feel what I call love now.
Okay.
Yes. So what happened, we would go out and he would bring a drink in front of me, knowing fully well that I don't drink.
Okay.
But he would put it there and say, oh, you taste. No, I don't want alcohol. Okay, you drink. No, I don't want, just to please me. No, I don't want. He said, okay, you just look at it.
Okay. How long did that last?
A few weeks. Because after some time, of course, they start, not all, but he started saying, yeah, you don't love me. You don't want to like what I like. So, because I wanted to please him,
okay,
I started testing.
You started testing. So how do you remember the real first sip you took from him?
Yes. It was dilapidating.
So you went out?
I went out. They brought a drink. He was a whiskey person. They brought a drink. We sat together. I drank.
As in, you just decided on that day, let me drink it, or?
No, I had been thinking about it because this was a person who was older than me, more sophisticated than me. I had the insecurities of why is he even with me? So I had been thinking about it, like, what if I don't do it and he leaves? So I started. I had made a conscious decision that I'm going to drink because he wants me to drink.
Okay. So you planned, you said, you know what, I'm going to start drinking.
Yes.
For this guy.
For this guy, to please him.
To please him.
Yes.
And that's after you had been in a relationship for how long?
It wasn't even like 2 months, just a few weeks.
Okay.
Yes.
So now on this fateful day, you sit down.
We sit down.
And what did he do? He poured for you?
Yes, he poured for me. He said, taste a little. I tasted a little. Of course, because I was an alcohol semi-virgin.
Yes,
I felt that high, that little high that comes with that first sip. I liked it. I became more, I talked more, I became less inhibited.
On that very day?
On that very day. I drank some more, I liked it.
And what was he saying?
He was very happy.
Encouraging you, saying, now I feel.
Now, you see, now you were fearing for nothing. Yes. Unfortunately, I didn't know that was the beginning.
That was the beginning, yes. Now you know it was the beginning.
Yes.
Innocently.
For
love.
For love.
I'm going to jump a bit, then we shall go back. Is that love still...
the person is not there, but the trait is still there. Anybody that knows me will tell you love is my greatest weakness.
It's your greatest weakness.
Yes.
So another lover can make you drink again.
No. Drink, no, but can manipulate me to do something that I don't like, just because I love them so much.
Okay.
And I want to please them.
So basically, as we go on, we are going to find out if there has been another manipulation from another few gentlemen or not.
Yes.
Okay, it is Mind Matters this morning with Bill Bekunda. And as we continue, we are going to get to know more about Karoro and what happened to her. This is a very, very...
Mind Matters, the weekly check-in with Bill Bekunda on Stream UT Radio. Your life, your music.
This is a very, very, very interesting story. I'm already feeling it, you know. I feel like, and I'm glad you're relaxed and are not at the edge, because some people are at the edge when they are revealing these things.
Yes.
And we try to be as open and as honest as possible so that we can help not only ourselves, but we can help others. So yes, here we are. You have taken your first drink.
Yes.
You're with for this gentleman. And the night you start feeling good.
Yes, I feel good.
What happens next?
The next morning, I felt the consequences of drinking something that probably was stronger than my body. I had the first bad hangover I had.
Yes.
Yes, it was bad. I was throwing up. I was weak. I had a headache. Of course, I had no experience with hangover, so I thought maybe it's a fever. But at the back of my mind, I couldn't wait to call this guy so that, because I wanted to drink again.
The next day?
Yes.
As in subconsciously, the next day you were
wanted
sick?
to feel that feeling that I had felt the previous night.
The previous night?
Yes, which makes me believe that I was an addict from the word go.
Yes, because that is, you see, people don't understand and people don't know this information.
Yeah.
And because they don't know, I will say that in my case, the first time I went to drink with my friends in senior 2, I started obsessing on the next time I will go. And the difference is that I was in school, so I was a little bit limited. But had I had this experience at home, I definitely would have wanted to drink the next day. What many people don't understand is now you were sick.
Yes.
You were feeling bad. After drinking, you even know that it must be this drink.
Yes.
Then why would you even want to drink again?
Because I wanted the feeling I had felt the previous night.
You wanted the feeling.
Yes.
You see, that is the point I want to get across.
Yeah.
The repetition of the action is not because of the circumstances. It is because of the need for that feeling.
Yes.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
Good.
Yeah.
So, the next day,
Yeah.
what happened?
The next day, we still went out.
When you're still sick, not feeling yourself.
No. By evening, I was still a bit sick, and but I could go out.
You were okay-ish.
Yeah, okay-ish. Yes.
Had you eaten?
I had eaten. Yeah, and then we went out. I drank again. This time I was like on top of the world.
Yes.
Yes.
Immediate climax.
Yes. Yes. It was so good. The feeling was so good. I felt I wanted the physical part of the relationship, which I had not wanted before.
Okay.
So life was good because of a few drops of alcohol.
So he gave you alcohol, then took your body at the same time.
Do you know, I think that must have been his ultimate
the goal. After 2 months.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, this is very interesting. And, you know, like, I don't want to be the investigator, but we know that so many, especially when it comes to male-female relationship, the older guy and the younger one, they will introduce alcohol because they know it will make you more susceptible
loosen you a bit.
Yes, and nobody cares, or probably many don't understand what it could actually do to the person. The same thing that could happen when an older brother gives a younger brother something to drink when they are in senior 2 or 1, 15, 14 years old, thinking they're just doing them a favor. You know, my kid bro, not knowing what can actually happen.
True.
You see, and that's the reason as to why we are here on radio trying to sensitize people to understand so that we can help. Now, let's move on. You have started. You have drunk. You're now a full woman. You're fully engaged.
Yeah.
Tell me, how did it go on from there?
Of course, as cross-generational relationships go, things started.
Was it like 60?
No, he was about 21, 20 years older than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, of course, things started going downhill very quickly.
How quickly?
Very quickly. I think he had got what he wanted.
Okay.
Now, for me, things has intensified. For him, now he no longer really had anything to look forward to.
Okay.
Yes.
Had you started becoming a nuisance?
Not really, but I had become an emotional nuisance.
Okay.
I want to be with him all the time. I want to call him all the time.
You want to drink all the time?
I want to drink all the time. Now, unfortunately, I started discovering that you can drink alcohol for any type of emotion that you're going through. So when I was bored, I drank. When I was unhappy, I drank. When I was sad, I drank. When I couldn't sleep, I drank.
Okay.
I justified the reasons that I was drinking.
Okay.
Yes.
So now you are still together?
We were still together, but I would see him only on weekends.
Only on the weekends?
Yes.
But during the week, now you are drinking on
Yeah,
your own?
I was drinking alone. I would go out, hide, then drink with my friends sometimes. He did not know the full extent of my drinking by then.
Okay.
Yes.
And who was sponsoring?
I am a woman.
You're a woman.
I can't go to a bar and fail to get someone to buy me a drink.
Let's not wrongly advise some young ladies who may be listening.
Unfortunately, those are the dynamics of alcohol. Yeah.
It is the truth.
Because whenever a woman enters a bar, men will automatically buy alcohol because they are anticipating what will happen when you get drunk.
Yes.
It's the sad reality.
It's very, very sad, unfortunately. I'm male, so I cannot understand that the way you do. And it can be a little bit difficult. When I know that I also have a daughter, and we shall go into the generational predispositions kind of thing eventually when we are coming towards the end of this program. So here you are. You have started drinking. How did it start? How did the relationship go? Where did it end at?
We stayed together for a few months.
Like
maybe 5 months after that. But by that time, it was obvious that he was fed up of my drinking.
Okay.
Yes.
So when he gets fed up, what happens? He runs away?
When he gets fed up, he just kind of becomes distant. I was finishing campus at that time. So because I didn't have a job, I went home.
Okay. So you were able to graduate?
I finished campus. I was going to graduate March the next year. This is 2005.
Yes.
Yes. So in July, I finished my exams. Then I had to go home. Now, it was bad enough when we were still in Kampala together.
Okay.
Now I'm in Busheni.
Now you're in Busheni.
Yes. So he grew even more distant.
Okay.
It's like insecurities, jealousy, everything now started coming up. I call, he doesn't speak. I run mad. I do what I do.
Which is going to drink.
Yeah.
And at home, they are seeing you for the first time drinking.
Yes.
How was that?
I would hide.
Okay.
But, I was not good at hiding being drunk. I would go or send someone to buy me drinks, lock myself in the house. When I start getting drunk, I put the music on loud. I start crying. I become emotional. At that time, they didn't immediately address it.
Okay.
I think they were perplexed also.
Wondering
what's happening, because my dad is a social drinker. He stopped drinking now.
Okay.
So I think he was perplexed. My mother was perplexed. No one knew what was going on. And I wasn't talking about what was going on.
Okay.
Yeah. I had only one person at that time who knew what was going on. That's my sister Sheila, because it was a secret relationship. This was someone that is well known in the country and someone that my family knows very well.
So you didn't want
So I did not have anyone to immediately run to. I could not tell my parents because that would be the scandal in the village.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now everything is under lock and key.
Yes.
You can only talk to
I can only
your
talk
sister.
to my bottle.
And then the bottle took over.
And the bottle basically took over.
All right. So at home, they still couldn't notice it. And then...
I think they would, but they were harsh about it. It was a harsh
It didn't
thing.
seem like anything was really
I am thinking that my mom probably noticed a few changes, but she was at a loss of what to do because I would just lock myself in the room and drink. When I black out. And I come out when I'm now maybe I'm hungry or I want to send for another drink. I think that she had seen people drinking before, but maybe not to that extent.
And moreover, this is within a short period of time.
Yes.
Just 1 year.
Just 1 year.
Okay. So now this is happening. When did it start getting noticed at home, and when did you start? When did things start getting really bad and you start noticing that they're getting bad?
Things got really bad around 2000. I managed to graduate.
Okay.
In March 2006, I came to Kampala.
Did you celebrate the graduation?
I was drunk. Yeah. I was drunk. During the day, I did celebrate a little luncheon, but by evening time, I was already drunk.
Okay.
Yes. I had something small prior to my graduation. I had been sent the money for graduation, so the gown, the graduation fee, everything.
Yes.
I drank that money.
Do they know? Are their family members listening? You're going to start paying you back.
Yes. So I didn't have a graduation gown.
You borrowed?
I borrowed.
Okay.
I borrowed. Everything was ill-fitting. I borrowed a dress. I borrowed everything because I had used the money. Yes.
But you graduate. Do we have the pictures?
We have. I think we have the book.
Because I would like to see those gowns which are not fitting.
They were not fitting at all. Yes.
So then now you graduate. Continue.
I graduate, but I still haven't found a job yet. So I am doing full-time drinking now. I am sneaking drinks into the house. I am stealing people's drinks my dad used to drink. I would steal his drinks, mix in a little bit of water. Then when I get really high, I steal all of it. And now he started noticing.
Okay.
Because previously he knew I was drinking. He would sometimes give me a glass of wine, but he didn't know how bad it was.
How bad it was.
Yeah. So then I got a job. I got a job and started working in Kampala.
Okay.
And I continued to drink.
So how are you balancing that? At that time, was it balanceable? Or?
No, it wasn't. Because I was going drunk to work. I was taking drinks to work. In my handbag, there was always a bottle of something.
Okay.
Yes. But I was also very good at my job. So I think they just tolerated me. But of course, it was not sustainable. And after about a year, I crashed a company car.
Okay.
And I was drunk. And I didn't even know that I had crashed until I woke up at my sister's place.
And everyone is now...
And everyone's like, I just got a few shoulder injuries, but the car was written off. It was that bad. But I didn't know I had crashed and then blacked out.
You know, there are some people who don't understand that you can actually forget everything, especially things as severe as that.
Yes, it happens a lot. Like The whole memory gone.
All of it goes.
Gone. Yeah.
How did it feel to forget everything?
At first, it was not a good feeling that you forget. You can't explain what happened between this time and this time. Later on in my addiction, it was my saving grace.
Yes.
Because there are some things I did not want to remember.
You don't wish to remember.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. Later,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. For our listeners out there, many people don't understand that there is memory loss. We actually say that for some people, for a certain category of people, when they use alcohol or some other substances to intoxicate, the information is not sent to the memory part of the brain, and therefore you remember nothing. Now, on the outside, it looks like you are just pretending. Did you ever get that feeling or hear it from people saying, are you sure you don't remember?
Up to now, they still tell me. When I tell them I don't know that part of my life, they say no.
They say
you
no.
You like pretending so that you take the shame and the guilt off yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
At least now we are two.
Yes.
I don't remember, you don't remember.
Yes.
So we can't be forging.
We cannot be forging.
Live
It happens.
in front of the whole world.
It happens. But
yes.
Like I said, later on, it really helped me. Otherwise, I would have fallen into a very big depression.
Yes. And I think, it is very important to talk about memory loss. So let me just get a little bit about memory loss and try to explain it to the listeners. Just a minute. So memory loss, like we have mentioned, is real. It is very real. And from the story we are hearing from Karoro, she started when she was in university. She started when she was about to finish her course. And she mentioned how the moment she started, it was like kickoff, football match, non-stop. And then when she started using, problems came up. She started distancing herself, doing things she shouldn't do, like acquiring other people's alcohol without permission. We like to use gentle words, but the word is stealing alcohol, making excuses, causing problems. She talked about knocking a company vehicle and not even having any recollection of it. Now, memory problems or blackouts in active addiction during heavy drinking, especially when blood alcohol levels rise quickly. You drank spirits, right?
Yes.
You started on whiskey.
I started on whiskey.
Yes. So periods where events that happened while intoxicated are not stored in the memory. The person might appear awake and functioning, but the brain doesn't record what happens. So this is different from passing out. Passing out, you're actually not, you're not active. You've blacked out basically, what they call blackout.
Yeah.
But then the blackout is actually when you're active, but nothing is being stored in the memory. So there are different kinds of this. There is fragmented memory. There's a fragmented memory lapse, which means partial memory loss of events occurs during drinking. And then there is the person. Oh, just a minute. The person might recall details only when reminded. That is a difficult one. Yeah. Because you don't remember, and then when they remind you, you remember.
How?
It happens differently for different people.
Yeah.
But I would do something, and I have no memory of it. Then someone tells me about it, and I start getting the recollection of what happened. Okay. Now, that would really make me look guilty. Like, you see, we knew, okay? Then there are long-term memory problems, which damages the areas of the brain responsible for learning and memory, especially the hippocampus and frontal lobes. So in that case, this leads to difficulty recalling past events or learning new information. Is it difficult for you to learn new information?
No.
It is not.
It's not.
Yes.
New, which I've never done before.
Yes.
No, that's not
okay.
difficult.
So you see that there are different forms. Not every person who suffers from the condition of alcoholism eventually gets the same.
Yeah.
You know, some have the long-term memory, some have the short-term. Some can be reminded and remember, others can't. So it is different, and that is why there is no one approach to helping people.
Yeah.
Then there is also everyday forgetfulness and cognitive slowing, whereby even outside blackouts, ongoing alcohol use impairing concentration, decision-making, and short-term recall. You'll see it especially among people who don't remember names. I tell you my name, 5 minutes later you don't remember. But you'll probably remember it later. You see, basically, active alcoholism disrupts memory both in the moment, which is blackouts and lapses, and over a long term.
Yeah.
The long-term ones are a little bit more dangerous, permanent brain damage. There's what we call the it's called the Wanike, I don't know how to say that thing properly, a Korsakoff syndrome, whereby recovery of memory depends on how much damage has been done before, whether the person stops drinking, and whether they get proper nutrition and treatment. Okay?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to endeavor to explain those things before we go back to the sensational story of Karoro.
Mind Matters, the weekly check-in with Bill Bekunda on Stream UT Radio. Your life, your music.
Yes, this is Mind Matters with Bill Bekunda that comes to you every Sunday live on Stream UG Radio. I'm in the studio today with Karoro, and she's giving us her story. She's an addiction counselor at Uzima Ministries. It is along Entebbe Road, and she's going to be telling us how she ended up doing that. Because there are some people who go to school to learn some things, and there are some people who go through school to learn these things and also learn more to enable them to help others. I am a recovery coach myself. I have been through active alcoholism, and that is why it is much easier for me to understand Karoro's story, because I have been through it. What sometimes people find difficult to agree with or to accept, I find very easy because I have been through it myself. And we just have no choice but to continue trying to enable other people to understand what is going on with us or with others who are going through the same problem. So we are still on her personal journey growing up. We haven't talked about her life before addiction. We shall come to that if we do have time. We want to concentrate on the life during the addiction. Right. So here we are. Karo,
Yes.
I'm back for you now.
Yes, I'm ready for you.
I like that. The confidence is... So now here we are.
Yes.
You have lost your job.
Yeah.
You are beginning to have problems with people, I believe.
Yes.
What's going on in your life? You've lost your first job.
Yes, I've lost my job. Of course, I had long lost the man.
You lost your job, you had lost your man.
Yes.
Okay.
I was starting to lose some family members.
Okay.
Because now, of course, the kleptomania came in.
You started picking things that are not yours.
Yes.
Of course, let me go to that part. If it's uncomfortable,
no, it's,
tell me we continue.
No, it's
that
okay.
kleptomania, that taking things that don't belong to you. How would you feel about it?
I would feel that my desire to satisfy the urge for alcohol is greater than they did need the money.
Then they need their money.
Yes.
Or their property or whatever it is.
Property came later.
Yes.
But money was the chief thing. I started
Yes.
stealing from my mother. I started stealing from my sisters. Actually, the first thing my mom did was to get me away from the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, and when you left?
Because now there was no longer anything that was safe, that was safe in the house.
Yes.
Yes. So now I'm here. People are starting to avoid me because one, I'm going to come and drink and embarrass myself.
Yes.
And embarrass them.
Yes.
Imagine maybe you are a married person, you brought your sister, then your sister comes, starts stealing. Maybe your husband is there, starts doing funny things that are related to alcoholism.
Yes.
So people started avoiding me. I found myself alone. So now I didn't have a job. I didn't have a man. I couldn't pay rent. What I did, I packed up my things and went to live with my stepmom.
Okay.
But my stepmom was also a drinker.
Okay.
And now I found someone to drink with.
Aha. Round two.
Yes. Now I found someone to drink with. I found a mother, but who was also a drinking mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you are consoling yourselves.
Yeah.
Those people,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And but that was for a short while.
Yes.
Now I started, I think it's called the geographical cure. When I would feel now this place is the one making me drink.
Okay.
And I would go. Sometimes I would go by myself. Sometimes people would get tired of me.
Yes.
So I found myself living from place to place.
From place to place.
Yeah, for a short time. You embarrass yourself. Maybe you steal someone's thing, then you chase yourself.
So you'd steal from only family or wherever
whoever was with me at that time.
So like if it was here and you came, you'd go with that microphone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
that was sad.
Yeah. So that was 2006. No, 2006 I was working. 2007
Okay.
I lost a job. So between 2007 and 2008 things got bad.
Okay.
I would say, I want to say that that's my worst era, but it isn't.
It can't be.
It can't.
Because it was progressing and getting worse.
Yeah. So I don't know what eventually made me go home. I don't remember to Usheni. But before that, 2009, now I was living with some friends of mine. These ones were daily drinkers.
Okay.
Yeah. But somehow I got a job in Crane Bank and went to Karoro. That time I was estranged from my parents. They were not talking to me. I wasn't talking to them.
Okay.
So I go to Karoro. Karoro was bad. First of all, I justified my drinking that it was too cold. I couldn't handle the cold. Okay. Now I had found a new reason.
A new reason,
yeah,
yes.
Because that one I had never had it on my list of reasons.
Yes.
Yeah. Now too cold was among my reasons.
Yes.
Now I went to Karoro as a marketing person, so I didn't have to sit in office. I would come, sign in, and say I've gone to the field.
And then you go to
sit
the bar.
In a bar.
They would give you like a daily allowance?
No.
It was monthly.
You had
salary.
yes.
Okay.
So and I sit in a bar. I come back staggering. Everything was a mess. But I had a boss who loved me.
Okay.
But I was still hardworking.
Yes.
When I decided to do my job, I did it 100%.
When you needed money to drink.
When I always found, of course, now the lying had come in.
Yes.
So you would not fail to find a lie. Yeah.
No, it's very true that people suffering substance use disorders usually do their job very well.
Yes.
And therefore they tend to be kept for...
Yeah, because my boss, of course, he was an Indian. I don't know if he had been exposed to substance addiction, but he was very understanding. Okay. Sometimes he would give me like leave just to go and recuperate. Sometimes he would come and gather, like the whole team. They come at home and find me when I'm nursing the worst hangover on my leg. And he was that understanding.
Okay. Mm.
And I think I also took advantage. We are users and manipulators.
Yes.
I took advantage of that. So I drank. Cabernet was really, really bad.
Yes.
But I was so good that I think they didn't have a way of letting me go, because it was a new branch. I knew almost all the people in Cabernet because we have relations there.
Yes.
And I was bringing in good and big clients. So they didn't have a way of letting me go.
Okay.
But the final straw came. This is about 9 months later. It came, we were at a trade fair. I drank at the trade fair. When my boss wanted to advise me, I attacked him verbally in front of people.
Of everybody, yes.
Yes. Of course, I knew now the job was gone. I didn't go back.
Didn't go back.
Yes.
When you talk about not going back, you're not the only one.
Yes.
Yeah? I also went for a staff party at one of the jobs I was given, which was a TV station. And because I had been put as the head of programming at that time, we went for the party, and so they put me with the bosses on that big table, and they gave me my own bottle of Black Label. Then I started assuring them, you think you're helping me, And so the embarrassment I had when I got the first call the next day, I knew something was wrong. But this guy was asking me, man, how could you talk to the boss like that? And I also didn't come back. That was just one of the experiences. There are so many, and it's so relatable. So, it's not like unique to only you, as we know. But we have people who are listening in, who have got people who are suffering with alcoholism or an alcohol use disorder or other use disorders. And they think that what is happening to them is uniquely their problem. They don't understand that if they have someone they are calling a thief now, it is simply because, as you mentioned clearly, the need for the drink was more important than you thought it was more important than their need for their money. And we say that is the corrupted thinking that is caused when the mental structure of the brain is affected by the use of the substance. I like giving people an example. The example I give is usually, I tell people, dip your finger in a glass of, you are drinking whiskey for 5 minutes. Pull it out and see how it looks like when you pull it out. Then you will know what you're putting in your body, and it's going even to the brain. And it stays there for over 48 hours. What is it doing? You wonder.
Bad thing.
Let us not think of that, because it might make you feel like your brains have been roasted. So here we are. Crane Bank. I hope you are not one of the reasons it closed.
No, it closed much later. Yes.
Yes. So now,
so now that's yet another job gone.
Yes.
So I come. My mother told me point blank, don't come home.
Okay.
You've lost
Rightly so.
Yes.
But how did you feel at the time?
At that time, I still felt like I had some chances. It hadn't gotten so bad. So I said, after all, I've been without her for a few years now. So,
but didn't you feel like it's unfair, or they don't love you, or they hate you?
I had already been feeling that for some time, because it's, when you're deep in your addiction, you're always on the defensive. You don't want to be advised. You are always full of excuses. So, I had, my problem was I was always comparing, but this one drinks, how come you don't do the same things to that person? So I went, I have an aunt of mine. She's like that aunt who tolerates everyone.
Yes.
So I packed my bags from Cavalry. No, I didn't pack my bags. I left my things because, of course, I hadn't been paying rent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just exited?
I just exited and said,
your things will pay the rent.
I will get other.
Okay.
But that had become like a continuous thing.
Yes.
You don't pay rent, you cannot pay it. So
Whatever you have.
Yeah, you get your phone and your ID.
Maybe and a sweater.
Because, yeah, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. So
And the lipstick.
that time I was not caring whether I look good or what.
Yes.
Yeah. So I left. I went to that auntie of mine. She took me in as she usually does. And I stayed there. This is 2010.
Mm.
Yeah. So I stayed there a bit, but she also eventually got tired.
Yes.
So now I came to Kampala. This time I didn't even remember what whiskey tasted like. Now I was drinking anything that would get me drunk.
Yes.
Yeah.
As long as it's offered or is buyable.
As long as it gets me drunk, even if you tell me ferment a pineapple, I would. So now I left Mbara, I came to Kampala.
Okay.
I found those people who had gotten me a job in Crane Bank. I connected with their houseboy.
Okay.
Now this is how low I had sunk. So I connected with their houseboy. He was staying in some slum in Zambia. So I started staying with Isaac and his sister in Zambia. I had never in my life seen those wooden bridges where they put over that sewage thing.
Yes.
I had never seen such living. I didn't know that people could live like that, but I started living there.
Yes.
And now it started, the real downward spiral started in 2010.
2010?
Yes.
Now you are living in those, the things we see on TV.
The things I never thought
would ever happen to
me. The people I never thought would ever even shake my hand. I was hanging out with those people. Those were my best friends.
And they were feeding you.
And they were giving me drinks. They don't usually.
Actually, that's feeding.
Yeah.
Because all you need is to drink.
Yeah.
And how would you eat? How would you survive? Because you needed.
The worst thing about my alcoholism was that I would not eat.
Okay.
The moment I would get properly drunk, I would spend days and days
on water.
Water and throwing up.
Yes.
Yeah. And alcohol. Of course, now I started getting the bad hangovers. And I would have bad hangovers. And the first time it happened, I thought I was sick.
Okay.
It was just hangover.
You thought you were sick of what?
Malaria, maybe.
Okay.
Because it stretched over some time.
Yes.
And I was so sick, throwing up, getting shivers when it's shining in the afternoon. I didn't understand it. Later on, of course, I understood that. But remember, I didn't even have money to buy Panadol.
Yes.
But I could walk to a bar and come back drunk. So that was my life. 2010.
2010.
I drank everything that was drinkable.
Went down your throat.
Yes. Now every connection I had, I think, was gone. My friends, because my friends, I had been living off my friends, but now they knew when I call and ask for money is for drinking.
Yes.
Because I would never ask anyway anything more than 10,000. So what can 10,000 do? They just know you want warrage.
Yes.
Yes.
And they would give it to you.
Because 10,000, they say, you just go and drink.
Get off my back.
Yeah. So I continued like that in Zambia, but I would never settle in one place.
Yes. So now you started going from each one ghetto to another.
Yeah. Then at the end of 2010, there was a relative who died at home. So I went there for burial.
And you got stuck there?
And I sat. Now I tried to be a good guy. Of course, I went back home. My parents had nothing to do.
Yes.
I sat. I was still drinking, but now discreetly.
Yes, hiding.
Yeah. So my dad suggested that I go back to school.
Okay.
To do my master's. I was weary of the whole thing. My brain was now distorted. I didn't welcome the idea at first.
Yes.
But then I said, now what am I doing? because now everyone knew that I was drunkard. It was hard as a drunkard. It was hard for me to get a job. So my dad suggested go back to school.
Okay.
So I applied at Makerere for a master's in international relations. I got the admission.
Okay.
I started school, I think later on, like September. My dad paid for the whole course. He got me a very nice apartment on Apollo Kagwa so that I could move there and pass Eastern Gate and go to school. I started. The first week was okay.
Yes. Yes. The first
okay.
week.
But I was studying like only 3 times in a week.
Yeah, you have an apartment.
Yeah.
You have school fees cleared.
It's cleared. Pocket money is there. Everything is good.
1 week.
1 week was okay.
No drinking?
Not drinking.
Good.
I just go, I pick up the handouts. It was fine.
Yes.
My dad was impressed because he likes anything, education.
Education, yes.
The second week, the alcoholic demon started becoming restless. So I'm walking. Of course, when you're about to fall, you start being restless. I say, and now I'm bored. Let me go and look for somewhere to sit.
Yes, you're not thinking of drinking.
No.
You're just looking for
somewhere to sit, maybe listen to conversation.
Yes.
And I think that's the mistake we make. We think, I've not drunk for a week now, I can sit in a bar.
Yes.
So I sat in a kafunda. It didn't take me long to drink.
They say if you go to the barber shop, you will get a haircut.
Because they say, now you test a bit. You think now just one sip
will kill you.
All it takes is a sip.
Yes.
Now I started. It came back worse than ever. I started drinking. I started missing lectures. I remember I was supposed to do exams, but somehow I would do the test. I would do the coursework. And I was supposed to do exams. I don't even know which caliber of the devil told me to go to Rukunji.
So you just left your room and everything?
And I said, let me go. And there I had someone who was working in those buses that go to Rukunji.
Yes.
In my mind, I said, I will go by early morning. I'll be back.
Okay.
By midday, the next day, I was still drunk and drinking. And there's an exam going on.
You were seated.
I was in Rukunjiri.
Yes.
Drinking and drunk. I'm supposed to be in Makerere doing an exam.
But the day before you went to Rukunjiri, without planning, nobody told you guys, let's go to Rukunjiri.
No, I just said, let me go and check on this person.
Okay.
When I was...
that was when you were drinking?
Yes. When I was drinking, said, but why don't we go to Rukunjiri? I will bring you very early in the morning.
Yes.
But I have an exam tomorrow. You, Karoro, you are very clever. You think you will come and do the exam. I said,
let me go.
Even this is masters. It's not like bachelor's, masters, everyone passes.
Yes.
I went to Rukunjiri.
Then you woke up with hangover.
I woke up drinking again. And I was supposed to be doing exam.
Someone would ask, you were not thinking about your parents and what they have sacrificed for you?
I think you think about them with the first 2-3 sips. And after the fourth, you say, but after all, they know that I'm a drunkard.
Yes.
Don't they? They know they are children. They know that of all the children, I'm a drunkard. So they expect it.
Yes.
They won't be surprised. Yeah.
Karo, let's take a short break because really we are going to come to the second part of this program. You know, sometimes when we are talking about these things, it's emotional. You know, it's emotional. And there's a person who asked me, but Bill, you seem to be laughing and enjoying when you're talking about these deep matters. And I'm like, well, I've passed through the worst, and therefore it is not as, as heartbreaking as it would be, or as it is when someone is actually going through it. But we laugh about some of these things because it does pass, it does get better.
Yes.
And the purpose we are sharing this information is not for entertainment purposes of any kind. It is entirely to help others. So please tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell someone who needs to hear this message to tune in to Mind Matters on Stream UG Radio. Stream UG Radio. www.streamugradio.com. For those with questions, you can go to my social media pages. My WhatsApp number is 0782031223. I'm going to share the studio line, and you will also be able to send in your messages. This opening song into this program is always the song Alive by Jackie Chandiru and Keko, who lent their voices to raise awareness for the cause that we're talking about in mental health, most especially substance use disorders. Welcome back to Mind Matters with Bill Bekunda, that comes your way every Sunday at 10 a.m. to midday on Stream UG Radio. Today, my guest, Karoro, is sharing with us her story of alcoholism. We say it happens, the same thing happens to every person suffering an alcohol use disorder, with the only difference of location and situation. The song you have listened to is by Dax, and it's called Dear Alcohol, which is Dear Alcohol by Dax, which is a deeply emotional and introspective song released in 2022. He's a Canadian-Nigerian rapper that pours out a personal letter to alcohol, treating it almost like a toxic relationship. Instead of glorifying drinking, which is what many people choose to do, Dax approaches alcohol as a deceptive companion, one that seems to offer relief from pain, insecurity, and loneliness, but in reality, it creates more destruction. The lyrics expose this vulnerability, self-doubt, and inner conflict between wanting escape through drinking and recognizing how harmful it is. Addiction is a relationship. So Dax writes to alcohol as if it were a partner, highlighting how strong and controlling its grip can feel. And I think, Karo, you feel that, right?
Yes, I have.
A struggle with self-image. He opens up about turning to alcohol to mask feelings of inadequacy or to appear more confident. The song portrays the trap many people fall into, seeking temporary relief, but ending up with shame, guilt, and deeper struggle. He also voices this battle openly, shedding a light on how people silently suffer, sparking conversation about the mental health and substance use. So the song connected widely with audiences, me inclusive, and Karo, I believe you had heard this song before. And many of us listeners find the honesty refreshing, and like I may add, mainstream party anthems about drinking alcohol. So it feels, raw and real and confessional. So that is Dax. Karo.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
To part 2. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Let me first go through some messages here.
Okay.
And we have no control. We have no control over what people say and ask. But no, let me first have you. Okay. Then we shall get to these questions, because some of them are really, they are really deep, and you haven't talked about those things. So you might find that the answers will come before. So here you are.
Yeah.
I just want to remind the listeners that she started when she was a final year student at university. And Karo also started because she was in love. And she didn't start because she was really interested, but this middle-aged or gentleman kept insisting that she should try it, and when she tried it, She then entered womanhood almost immediately after she started, and she also developed an obsession to the use of the alcohol. And then things started spiraling so fast that by the time she started, a year later, she started working, she started losing her jobs, she started getting conflict with family, and in the next few months, she says she acquired other people's property and monies without consent, which led to disagreements. It pushed her away from home and family and friends. She ended up moving from ghetto to ghetto, and she's such a pretty-looking young lady. You know, you can't. No one can think you have seen even. You don't even know what a ghetto looks like.
I know.
But such is life. Such happens. You might be seeing something like this happening in your home, and you think it is unique to you. You know, yet it is actually not the case. It is not the case. I have lived as low a life as anybody can imagine, and it was not because I didn't have a home. It was because even I myself didn't feel that I fitted in this home. So, Karo.
Yes.
Let's continue from there, because now it's going to get a bit. For those disclaimer, if you are soft at heart, is that what's the saying? If you can't stomach it, it's time to move to the next radio station. No. Keep tuned. Don't turn that dial.
Yeah.
Tell me, because we need solutions. We are not just going to talk about a problem and not to give people solutions. And you're now an addiction counselor, you know? So here you are. You have seen the ghettos.
Yeah. Now after 2012.
Yes, 2012.
Yeah. 2012.
University is jamming.
The university has jumped.
Your master's is being scrapped now.
Yes. Now my parents have officially
written you off.
Yes.
But it's never official.
I think it was.
At that time it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they've officially given up. They said, don't come back home. Whatever you do, do what you want, but we don't want you back here. So I stumble into a ghetto in Nakawa, and that becomes my home for the next 7 years.
7 years in Nakawa?
Yeah.
Where in Nakawa? I used to pass
it's a small corridor ghetto called Dichiziba. Yeah. So
in the market there?
No, across the road.
On the opposite side?
Yeah. Between
Moobs and...
No, it's just after the flyover.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a very popular ghetto. So I went.
Yes.
I went to have a drink because I had nowhere to stay.
Yes.
During this time, because now I was out of the hostel.
Yes.
I wasn't paying rent. I had even eaten the money for rent at the hostel. So my things are there again.
Everything that they had bought for you.
Yes. Again, I've walked away maybe because now you don't even have a phone. I've just walked away with myself.
Okay.
I go to this bar to take a drink. Previously, I would sit in one degea, then look for Ground Zero was like something that had become an accommodation at night because they never used to close.
Yes.
Yeah. So I go there, I sit, but after some time, I think they started noticing me and they would bounce me away. So I stumble into the ghetto of Nakawa.
Yes.
I sit in the bar. And I just never leave. When at first, of course, the relationship didn't develop immediately. So when the bar would close, I would sit on the street with those boys who work on buses.
Okay.
Wouldn't
you be afraid?
There was nothing that was scaring me at this time. I remember saying to a person, I said, Nze n'omwenge kimu kijja kuviira kinnaakyo. That's the point I had reached.
Say it in English.
Me and alcohol, one will leave the other.
One will leave the other.
Yeah, because I couldn't stop.
Now.
Yeah, I couldn't stop. I no longer wanted to stop. I was not interested in stopping.
Yes.
Because it had now become a way of life for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would sit with those people, those goons.
Yes.
And after some time, the lady of the bar, I think, took pity on me. It was like, if you keep hanging out with these people, they're going to start raping you. In the evenings, you come
to my house.
To the bar. It was the bar.
To the bar.
Yeah. And then you start sleeping there. So for almost 7 years, a wooden bench was my bed.
Okay.
I had a bed at home.
But you're on a wooden bench.
I was on a wooden bench with nothing to cover myself, but just so I wouldn't be outside.
Okay.
Yeah. And at that time, incidentally, during that time, Bobby Wine released the song Carolina.
Yeah, I remember that song. the one
and everybody used to wonder if he was singing about me.
You.
Yes.
Bambi.
Yeah. So she told me plain blank, I'm not going to feed you. I'm not going to clothe you. Ogenda kwei. You will take care of yourself. So that's when now every habit came.
You were, let me first these people. We are on www.streamugradio.com. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. That is Stream UG Radio, all in small letters. Our WhatsApp line for your questions and comments is 25 + 256 767 864 228. I'll say that again. Our WhatsApp handle is +256 767 864 228. Please send in your questions, your contributions, and we shall try to answer and talk more on that. Karo.
Yeah.
Continue, please.
Yes. So I am in Nakawa. I have the bench to sleep on.
Yes.
But I don't have clothes.
You don't have clothes.
I don't have food. And I'm just there.
And your family?
They don't want to know anything.
And even you don't want to know.
Yeah.
It usually happens both ways.
Yeah.
You want to, but
I think you feel you've let them down so bad that you're ashamed.
You're too ashamed.
Yeah. Of even seeking them out.
Yes.
Yeah. So this lady who had the bar also used to cook meals, lunch and supper for people maybe in the market. And I found myself in a situation where I would sit and wait for someone to leave food on their plate so that I could eat.
Okay.
I found myself in a situation where I would sit, maybe I'm drinking with somebody. When they're having lunch, they say, bring 2 forks. And that went on for some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here you are.
Yeah.
Homeless, but with a home.
I don't know, with
you
a
were
place
homeless
to sleep.
Because I like to say that.
Oh, yeah.
I was homeless, but it didn't mean I didn't have a home.
Yes, you had
My mother had a place to stay. My sister had a place to stay.
Yeah.
My brothers had a place to stay. But I couldn't be with them. You see, that
and
was
they
at the
couldn't
time.
be with you.
And they couldn't be with me.
Yes.
And everyone is blaming the other. If those people would just love me a little bit more, I wish they could understand me. And for them, they're on the bitter side. What's wrong with her? Can't she see?
Why can't she stop? What's happening? Yeah.
What was the most difficult thing about what you felt about family during that time?
I felt that they were, like I said before, I had someone I was comparing myself to. I felt that they were lenient to the other person and then judging me like 5 times as hard.
Yes, why do we all drink?
Yes, and then yet you're treating the other person better than you're treating me.
Yes.
So it created a lot of resentment.
So you have resentments, which are not even real. Because we say that we never see the extent to which we are causing damage.
Yes.
Because what they are seeing as damage usually is actually helping us. When I am intoxicated, I'm in a different world.
True.
I am happy. I have forgotten the problems. We say if you want to be a millionaire, just drink. You will become one in your head.
Yes.
You see? So here you are. She's feeding you
She hasn't yet started feeding me. That came after some time. I had taken her to my home. My sister was graduating and I took her. My sister called me, so I took her home, the bar lady. I took her home. She saw home. She saw my people. She's like, every day I thought you don't have people.
Yes. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? How can you live like this when you have people who even love you?
Yes.
Who can call you to be at their function? Because when she came, I went the previous day when she came, she was at the gate. They let her in and took me where I was. I was drinking soda. I like soda. Everyone was calling me, do you want something to eat? It's like, how can someone who's loved like this prefer to be in the ghetto?
Yes.
Yeah. So after that, now she started looking after me. I think she understood that probably it was not me who was driving myself or something. She didn't know maybe how to explain an addiction, but she thought, okay. So now we became friends.
Okay.
Yeah. She started feeding me. She would give me some clothes, but I was still in a very, very poor mental state.
Yes.
Now my rock bottom came when I was in Chiziba.
Chiziba is where now?
In Nakawa.
The same place?
The same place.
Yes.
I told you I lived there for
7 years.
For 7 years.
Yes.
Close to 7 years. I had, as you know, when you're going through your active addiction, you're not taking care of yourself.
Yes.
You're not taking care of your hygiene. I had neglected my hygiene for some time.
Yes.
So these goons that I used to drink with call me slowly. Carol, let's go and drink somewhere else today. I said, why are we always in this place? Said, where are we going? It's a surprise. We are taking you somewhere. But they had gathered soap. They had gathered water, buckets, and they were going to bathe me at the roadside.
The goons you had.
Yes. The people that buy me alcohol every day. And they did.
Oh my God.
And they bathed me at the roadside.
On the street?
Yes.
Were there any cameras?
I don't know up to now. I still ask myself. I didn't watch TV for over a month.
Yes.
Yes. So they bathed me. They didn't take everything completely off, but it was more or less off.
Yes.
Bill, I came from that embarrassment. I went straight and started drinking again. But one thing had changed. I had at the back of my mind known that there's a problem.
There's a big problem now.
Yes. And that very night, I was drunk. I was out of it. I went home and asked to be taken to Butabika.
You decided, because you had reached the
next day, I didn't remember that I had actually come and begged them to take me to Butabika. But I went home and I knelt and I said, please help me. I have a problem.
Yes.
They said, hallelujah.
Finally.
Now finally she has realized it. They called my sisters, got shop for her. It was like a mini celebration at home.
The prodigal daughter has come back.
Has come back and has come back ready to change.
Ready to change.
I went to Butabika. This is 2015, March.
I know some people listening, they are saying, Bill, don't interrupt this story. Hairs are getting on
Yeah. So I went to Butabika. I was there, I put on weight, I was under care, and I was a very active participant. I stayed there 2 months. Unfortunately, I still had nowhere to go after I had recovered. After I had done my treatment.
Yes.
Because as much as they were willing to pay for my treatment, as much as they were willing to do everything,
yes,
they were still not willing to have me home.
Yes.
So when I was discharged, I went back to the ghetto.
After how many?
After 2 months.
After 2 months.
Yeah.
You went back straight?
Not straight. There was a pastor I had stayed with briefly for some time. And I was even still drinking when I was staying with the pastor.
Yes.
He had not chased me. I'm still welcome there. But I felt I was letting him down.
Yes.
And also sending a bad image about his church.
Okay.
Yeah. So I left and went back to the ghetto.
The guilt and the shame and all that. Rightly so. Somebody here from Tinder has sent in a question. This is Elijah from Tinder. Thanks for hosting such a great lady, Karoro. Please clap for yourself, by the way. You know.
That's one I know how to do.
Yes, and the question is, how do the drug addicts expect their family members to support them when they are so defensive? And I think you talked about that defensiveness.
Yes.
How, maybe you could answer that before we continue with your story.
What I want to say, and I think it's true for majority of addicts, we have a sense of entitlement.
Yes.
We don't realize that we are taking people and our loved ones through all the hell that we are taking through. All we know is that they are supposed to take care of us. It's just a dysfunction, but that we have. It is a dysfunction. Yeah.
That's very important.
Yes.
Because people shouldn't imagine that it is a conscious decision for the person suffering a substance use disorder to behave or think in the way that they do. They have to be given opportunity for the mind to start to change and think correctly. So yes, we are going to run quickly because we have to get into the recovery part of it all. So here you are, you've come from Butabika. Yes. This intervention has failed. You continue.
I continue drinking. I'm still in Chiziba now. I'm really an active drinker because three things were happening in my life.
Yes.
I was drinking, I was drunk, or I had a bad hangover.
Okay.
Because now the hangovers were so bad, I would develop epileptic attacks. And I had hangovers. I would throw up, I would vomit blood, I would get very, very sick, but I was still not giving up the alcohol.
So you would have seizures. Who would help you?
I would fall down from the bench in the bar, and then they would attack me. Yeah or no? Why don't you take her back to her people? Why is she still... In between, I would make efforts to go home, stay there for a few days, and run back to the ghetto.
So you'd go there like to recoup, to get some energy. Or when you are going home...
Or because my people would gather me mpola and take me back home. And then because now I had reached that emotional, I was like in an emotional desert.
Yes.
Where I didn't feel I was worthy of being with these people.
Yes.
I felt more comfortable with these people.
Who you felt were like you.
Who I felt like were like me, but whom... When you get drunk and speak a little bit of English, you feel now you are grand.
Yes, you are at another level.
Yes, you feel better than them. At least you feel some worth when they are them, because you're all worthless, but at least they are more worthless than you. Yeah.
The consolation, yes.
Yes. So I was still in the ghetto, and they also just gave up because there was nothing they could do.
Yes.
Fast forward 2016, I go back to Butabika.
Now you are collected by force or something?
No. Before I went back to Butabika, I got a job 2015 in DRC.
You went Congo?
Yes. And me, I tell you...
Does your family know?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh?
And I tell you, addicts have opportunities.
Yes, we do.
And I would never do applications for these jobs. I went to DRC. I stayed in DRC. I went in August. I came back in December.
Had you made some money?
I used to make the money and drink it. In Congo, they drink even when they wake up, they drink.
They drink. So it was the right place?
It was the right place for me. And my boss was really, really understanding. He was like, let me give you circumstantial leave. You go somewhere and they pray for you and you come back.
Okay.
I went to pray. I just went to the ghetto.
You stayed in the ghetto.
And I never went back.
Came back.
So 2016, it got bad again. I have a friend who's very active in the AA. He took me to Butabika. I stayed for 3 months.
This time you came out and you were shining.
No, I was shining. I was healthy. I was what? But I still had nowhere to stay that would...
Yes.
Enforce my recovery. I went back to the ghetto.
And you kicked off?
And kicked off again. Stayed in that state. Now I don't want to look for a job anymore. I don't want to do anything. I just want to drink.
Yes.
Yeah. So So 2018, towards the end of 2018, I got liver disease.
Okay.
And that was the beginning of the end.
That was the beginning of now. The end as in you knew you were dead.
Now I knew that I had to start making choices.
Yes.
So I got liver disease, but it was not so far gone. I went to Chirudu Hospital. My family came through for me. They rallied around me. They took me to Chirudu. They put me in the private ward. They gave me the best treatment. The doctor assured me, actually, the director of the hospital said, we are going to do the best we can. We are going to give you the best treatment. But if you ever drink again,
it's over.
It's over. It didn't take me 3 weeks to drink again.
After
I had been discharged. 2019, now I had lost a cousin of mine that was very dear to me. So now I was justifying my drinking. I said, I'm sad of Mbabazi, leave me, let me drink. Did she die of drinking? So now I started drinking again, 2019. Yes. I tried the geographical cure again. I went home to Mushenyi. I stayed for a few months in Mushenyi.
You are drinking still?
I was heavily drinking. Nothing changed. But because I would wake up and want to clean my room. And the only thing I'm cleaning are bottles of waraj. Because now I was drinking waraj because I couldn't afford the good alcohol.
Yes.
Yeah. So and then I would throw them in the toilet because I knew that my parents would find them in the rubbish pit.
Now you're even clogging.
And I'm yeah. So then when my parents would try to advise me, I would run away from home and sleep like in a madhouse of somewhere and somebody. And now my parents were at odds of what to do for me.
Yes.
Again, I left home. So
it was a running battle. They bring you in, they kick you out, they get angry, they get soft.
I had also got used to that. That I would be surprised if I stayed for even some time.
Yes.
So I went back to this auntie of mine, the one who welcomes everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. I stayed in Barara.
That auntie, we need to visit her.
She's a wonderful person.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I went there. 2019.
By the way, just to clarify, people are identifying with because someone has sent in a message saying, but what's wrong with Karo? Couldn't she just stop? Can't she see? That's a misconception. But I'm also saying that people should understand that this is part of the recovery journey.
Yeah.
People think that the recovery journey begins when you have stopped. But the recovery journey begins when you hit rock bottom.
Yes.
Now, you mentioned your rock bottom earlier.
Yeah.
But even after the rock bottom, you're still struggling.
Yeah. But at least now I was drinking with some guilt.
And still making an effort. Let me try this. Let me try it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went to Mbarara. I was still drinking, but a bit responsibly. Then COVID came in. Of course, as addicts, we never drink responsibly.
Yes.
Then COVID came in and I was drinking and I was hiding my drinking. Then they decided to take me to rehab again. This is that our third time. I went in August of 2020. I came back Feb 2021.
So you spent a whole year?
Yeah, I spent 6 months in rehab.
Feb 2020?
21.
Okay.
Yeah. And that time, I tried.
Everybody must have known that now.
Yes, I came back. I had put on weight. I was looking good. I was making a conscious effort.
Yes.
To stay sober.
Yes.
But as my lifestyle hadn't changed because I was still going to clubs, I was still hanging out in bars.
Dry drunk, basically.
Yes, I was
sober, but you're doing the things that.
But I did stay sober for a while, about a year and some few months.
Okay.
I found love again. This time I found stability. It was the best thing that had ever happened to me.
I want to hear that one.
That person blew me head over heels.
And you were sober?
And I was sober.
Yes.
Actually, the entire relationship we had, he never saw me drunk.
Okay.
He would hear me, of course, maybe on the phone, but I had told him, I had given him my life story. I told him I have a problem with alcohol, and he accepted me. Now I had never found someone who accepts you.
Who understands like that.
And he didn't drink.
Yes.
Yeah. So we go, now I'm in a happy place. I started working at Lakeview Hotel in Barra. I'm growing, I'm independent. Life is good.
Life is good.
But I told you,
Yes.
love is my greatest weakness and anger is my baddest trigger.
Okay.
Now I was angry.
For those who know you, you have had.
Yes. Now 2023.
Yes.
October there. No, 2023, a series of things happened. I lost a sister. First, my brother got married. And I was so happy. So I drank.
For happiness.
Then my sister died. I tried to be sober for like 3 days. I drank again. For sadness. Then now I got the relationship problem.
Both, nothing works.
Yes.
Happiness, sadness, so why not just go ahead?
Yeah. So now I got the relationship problem. I made a very stupid reaction to a moment of anger, and the person basically
He didn't have time.
Yeah, he's a Michiga like you. They just get up one day and say, okay, enough is enough. So now I no longer had a reason to stay sober.
So you drank for him now?
Yes, now I drank because I was depressed. No, I did go into a period of depression.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, and it went on 2023. Now I was trying everything.
Yes.
I would drink, but now I would try. I went to a choice. I went to Barangi. I went to witch doctors. I went to everywhere.
So basically, you were making a conscious decision
to
despite having the problem.
Yeah, but I was still drinking.
You're still drinking.
Yeah. But I would have moments of sobriety. Unfortunately, those moments of sobriety would be brought on by bad hangovers.
Now, when you are doing that trying, did anyone believe that you are trying anyway?
No. Even up to now, they don't believe. They say, they first say it's because she has no money. When you have no money, it's because she doesn't have love. When you find something, it's because I just...
So there's always a reason.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got to understand that it takes time for them to trust us again because we've broken those promises over and over again.
Yes.
So on 12th May of 2024, I found God.
Now you have tried everything.
Yeah, and everybody.
Finally you said, but this God
And for some reason, I always make my good decisions when I'm drunk.
Okay.
The first time I sought help, I was drunk. This time I just got up and I said, let me go to church.
Yes.
Then I got up, I said, you know what, I have a problem with alcohol, but from today, I don't know how he's going to do it, but from today it's God's problem.
I'm going to try that angle, yes.
Yes. From today it's God's problem. And then from that, then it became easier. Okay. I would still drink, but it became easier.
It became easier.
Yeah.
So now, here we are. And I like to make emphasis. And this is, at this point, is where I make this emphasis. That sometimes the person who is suffering from a substance use disorder is actually putting in effort to try and solve the problem. They might be doing it wrong. Like Karoro has mentioned, she did everything. She tried the local, I don't like calling it witchcraft, but I say she tried the local spirituality. She tried the family approaches, she tried treatment, she tried all these things, and they were not working. On the outside, it looks like you're not caring, but you're the only one who knows on the inside that you're actually trying to do something. And it's very difficult to explain to someone who is watching your life being destroyed and thinking you're just a waste of space, for that matter. So basically, it's important, if you do have a loved one who is struggling, there are ways in which you can actually tell that the person is trying. And if they are trying, the best you can do is encourage them. You might not be able to accommodate them. You might not be able to live with them or support them in other ways. But anything related to recovery is something, or it's an option that you can try. We are running out of time so fast that I think I will have to call you at another date to talk more about this. But now we are continuing because you're on your recovery journey.
Yeah.
So you have tried all these options.
Yes.
They are not working.
They are not working. And finally I say, you know what? Let me give it to God. I grew up believing in God. I was a spiritual person, but I had never said, okay, God take over.
Take over.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So I did. It was Mother's Day, and I actually wrote something to my mother. I imagine she said, same old
again,
story.
another letter.
Yeah. So now I started.
Maybe she didn't. Maybe she cried and said,
I don't
God.
think so. Yeah. So now I started trying to. But you remember, I was still in a place where I still have those emotional resentments, bitterness.
Yes.
And now I was struggling with them. I was not so much struggling with that drink as I was struggling with what I was feeling.
Mm.
And I continued like that, slowly. But I still didn't have a job. I had lost now my job at the hotel, obviously. But I had people who were coming in. Someone would pay your rent, but how long do you live off others?
Yes, true.
So
they even get tired.
They get tired.
Rightly so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And I was trying to participate in some things. People started now wanting me to write about my life story, but I didn't feel that I was there
yet.
Yeah. So, but at the back of my mind, I was like, I think I'm about to recover. And
yes.
I remember I even talked to you and you told me, I just know these things. You're going to stop drinking this year.
Yes.
And I remember how I did it. Now I was getting bad hangovers. I was feeling terrible about myself. But the family relationships had somehow started mending. And I remember I said, I had a friend of mine who had a baptism party. And I said, I will go to Mama Esther's. This was a week later. And I said, I'll go to Mama Esther's baptism party. I will drink 2 clubs and I will never drink again. And that's what I did.
Okay.
And after attending that party, I went home. I told my brother, he had been paying for me rent for some time. I told him, I don't want you to pay rent again. I am going somewhere. I will let you know how it goes.
How it goes.
And I went to a church.
Uh-huh.
I got my mattress and my bed cover, and I went to a church.
Okay.
And I said, now, God, I told you that I'm going to stop on those 2 clubs. Now I want you to start from there.
Start from there.
That was the beginning of everything changing in my life.
So you have closed with the club, really?
I have.
They will not be happy with this news.
No, by the way, when you reach a point when
yes.
The bartender tells you, but you drink too much.
That is enough.
Yeah. When someone says, even
the one selling it, say we don't want your money.
Yes, I'm the one who sells alcohol, but no, I'm not going to give you today. You just know now you've gone to depths that are not good.
Yes, listeners, you'll forgive me for making light of these moments, but it's not supposed to be something we cry about. We are listening to Karoro, who is my guest today at Stream UG Radio on Mind Matters with Bill Bekunda. It's a mental health show where we have real stories, real solutions, and real support. And the purpose of this program is to encourage people to get the help that they need and to not give up. If you need to know the kind of support that you need to give someone, you can send a message to our WhatsApp line, which is +256 767 864 228. 256 767 864 228. You can send questions, you can send your contributions, and they'll be attended to. Karoro, you're a brave person. And it's difficult, because I remember when I would be at the beginning when I was trying to share my story, I would think, what if I relapse? What will happen? People will now have evidence that I'm a fool, What gives you the courage to sit here and share so openly about what's going on?
By the way, if it wasn't for you, Bill, I wouldn't be here. I remember some time back you told me don't be afraid to share your story.
Yes.
Just because you're new to recovery.
Yes.
Yeah. And because you told me it will give you accountability, and that accountability can sustain you.
It sustains you, yeah, because you have to be.
But then again, I told you earlier when we had started the show.
Yes.
I am a person with with an obsessive personality.
Yes.
I will obsess over an author, over a type of thing.
Yes.
But then it's easy for me to just get up and get rid of that obsession. But this alcohol had refused.
It jumped.
But now that I've spent some time and I'm not even thinking about it, I have the money.
Yes.
I have the social connections to drink, but I'm still not doing so. I believe that I have mastered this.
You've
now.
started the journey.
And like when I made that decision and said I will drink and then never drink again, and I won't.
Yeah, there is always a turning point.
Yeah.
There's always a turning point.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is to leave it one day at a time. Because even me, there was a time when it was the first day, and I told people that I'm done with this stuff.
And they wouldn't.
And they looked at me and said, Bambi, next we are going to see him. And that one day turned into 2 years, 5, 10.
Now you have the last laugh.
You know, it's not the last laugh. There was a time I used to think, I'm going to revenge on people who treated me badly.
Oh.
But it ended up being the opposite. Now, even those who are not doing too well, I try to support them. Yeah. Even you find that you become helpful in your own way.
Sure.
Because the recovery journey is very important. Yeah. Now, it's also important because now you're an addiction counselor and you made a decision to go and join a treatment center. Tell me about that.
I actually prayed for this. There was a time I prayed from Pastor Tom Lindra's church in Mutundwe. So there was a time they had 40 days of fasting. I wasn't fasting those 40 days. I didn't even know those 40 days of fasting were there.
Yes.
So I think during the last week, I learned of the 40 days and I reached out to my sister-in-law. I was still in Bara. And I told her, you know what? I want to come and be part of these 40 days.
Okay.
And she was excited because she's always encouraging me spiritually. So she sent me the facilitation and I went for that 1 week. I was at Pastor Tom's church.
Yes.
And I prayed for that job. I said, I want a job which will allow me to pray. I want a job which will be in mental health.
Yes.
I want a job where I can help people who are still like me.
Okay.
And the way I got it, I'm not very good with the WhatsApp groups. When I was home, I was taking care of my sick aunt. Someone sent me a number. She said, there's this place, they need an addiction counselor.
Okay.
You try. You're always lucky with jobs. And I called the number. I was skeptic. I said, I called. Then this person, I didn't say anything. The next day I called and he told me, send your academic documents, CV, so that I forward them to the director. Then the next day he called me and said, can we have a meeting at noon? I did the Zoom interview at noon. The next day I was cooking and they called me and they asked me if I can start on Monday.
Did you tell them you were an alcoholic?
Yes, it's always my lead story. If we are going to a relationship, I explain to you. If I'm going to get a job now, I tell you that I have a problem with this. I call it the 3-day miracle because I got that job in 3 days.
3 days.
Yes. And
even Jesus rose again in 3 days.
There must be something in the 3.
Yes. That's your lucky number.
Yeah. So I went to work and I'm doing my 12 step.
12 step.
Yes. I'm helping. I'm reaching out to people.
Yes.
Because I know what it's like to be in that enslavement of addiction. So, and if someone who was like me had reached out to me, I don't know if it would have stopped, but I know it might not have been as long as it has been for me.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I tell my story to let people know that we do recover.
Yes.
I tell my story to let people know that life changes and only for the better. Yes. So people who look at me immediately, I'm an immediate testimony.
Yes.
They don't have to question because they've seen me when I'm about 42 kilograms.
Yes.
And now I have some health in me. So I want people to know that addiction is not a life sentence.
Yes.
It may feel that way for some time.
I mean, it went on for 19 years.
But no matter the length of the night, dawn always comes. And the dawn has come for me.
It has come.
And I want other people's dawn to come also.
I wish they could see you in your yellow dress, looking very
I am a
bright.
yellow girl.
Okay, let's not get to that point.
Yeah.
But yes, and that is a very, very strong message. You know, someone has sent me a message here saying, oh, that lady is making me cry. You know, I have my mother. I'm not understanding her. I don't even know what to do. What would you tell this young lady who has a mother who she's not understanding? Going through the same problem.
I think the first thing is to know that as much as we are sick, we have to look at our caretakers as also having a sickness of sorts.
Yes.
Because they too don't know what to do with us. What I would advise is your mother also needs to seek peer counseling from people who are going through such things. I think we have Al-Anon meetings where people who are taking care of addicts can meet and also share. Have family sessions. Talk to a professional, talk to a counselor. It's easier for them to understand when they hear from someone who's been through it.
Yes.
And is doing that journey of recovery.
Okay. So how is it? How is it when you meet a person who is going through exactly what you are going through? They are fresh. They want to change, but there is pressure.
First of all, it is sad. It makes me it makes me very sad that a person, and usually these are accomplished people.
Yes.
They are beautiful people. They are people who come from good backgrounds and just something has put them in a cocoon and they don't know how to get out of it. It is sad, very, very sad. But I always encourage people, seek for help. Help is good. Professional help is good. But also trust a higher power.
Yeah.
Yes. Because as much as I did therapy, I did counseling, I did everything. They did their part.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, God always knows best.
He knows best.
Yes.
The question comes. So, do you think you'll ever drink again?
No.
Good. I think we are on the right path.
Yes.
You know, then there is, I don't get this question. So now, do you not feel like drinking at all completely? And if you do, what do you do about it?
Like I explained before, it's always important to know what your triggers are. My trigger is anger.
Yes.
So I avoid things that make me angry.
Okay.
Because I'll be angry for a short time, but I'll react for something that will last me a lifetime.
Yes.
Yeah, so I avoid that trigger, which is anger.
Okay. So now, here we are. You have reached this point in life. You have family. They have tried their level best. They have failed where they've failed. They have helped where they've helped. What do you have to say to them? A word to family and the loved ones and all, even the goons that washed you, that took you for a bath.
To the goons, first of all, they were unnecessary evil.
Yes.
Yeah, at least I took my first step.
Open your eyes.
Yes, I took my first step. So it wasn't a pleasant experience, but I'm also still grateful. At the end of the day, the broken road led to a beautiful destination.
Yes.
To the family, the only thing we can say is that we are sorry.
Yes.
In Uganda, they say twabikolera mbutamanya.
Yes.
If we had known, they know that I'm an intelligent person who reasons, who does what, but this was something beyond me. And I am grateful for those who stood by me during the darkest hours of my life. But we do recover, and we have time to make up for all the mistakes that we did.
Yeah. Well, we say some things.
Things are, I don't believe anything is beyond redemption.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And especially, we say that when you have committed a crime, then you know that crimes can be committed.
Yes.
And when you forgive a crime, you know that forgiveness is real. Nothing happens without a reason. There is another thing we haven't been able to talk about, because I want to just talk about a whole topic about stigma, but you've been mentioning it in your talk, the vulnerability of a woman.
Yeah.
How did it affect you? You being a woman and the things that come along with having an addiction as a woman.
Of course, first of all, it affects almost all your relationships. For example, now, when people hear my story, it's hard to get into a social relationship like man and woman.
Yes.
Yes, because they have this thing that when women drink, they automatically sleep around.
Yes.
And I always tell people, women who drink are just raped, not even taken advantage of, because we are beyond, you don't know what is even happening.
Yes.
Yes, it affected me in that there's always that thing. It's like a lead story that goes before you. But that's why there's sensitization. Yes.
And that's why you've joined the fight.
Yes. And what we have to tell people, yes, those things happen, but the past does not define us.
It does not define us.
It may shape some things, but it does not ultimately define who you become.
True.
Yeah.
What message do you have for someone listening right now who may be battling with the same problem, especially the females?
Seek help. Seek help. It doesn't matter where you seek it. Make the first step to seek help. You will find some helping hand along the way. Yes. We are all going through the same battle, and I think it's getting worse every day. The moment you take the first step, the other steps will follow. Don't try to be alone, to battle that thing alone. It will overwhelm you.
True.
Yeah, talk to someone, family, friend, anybody, but talk to somebody.
Oh, Karo.
Yes.
Karo, this is, it is a happy moment, but it's a sad moment. And we know how especially family members feel and how they're affected. And they don't know how to react or how to respond sometimes to such instances. Yeah. Sometimes there's a fear that even when you talk about your problem, you might be bringing shame to the family. And, it's a difficult place to be. I also have a family, and I used to have all those mixed feelings about what they'll think about. Yes. Some are understanding, some are not. At the end of the day, we are grateful that you turned to God, and you also do have peer support that helps you. So I'm glad that you are here to encourage not only yourself, but others.
Yes.
What is your vision for what you want to do for the rest of your life? At least or for the next few.
No, I want to do this for the rest of my life. I want to help those who feel they are helpless.
Yes.
In this disease that we call addiction.
Yes.
Because if you're not helped by somebody, these are the people who wake up and put an end to their life. But if someone is there, even if there's no advice that is ever wasted.
No.
Yeah. Even if you talk to them and they reject it, at some point in time they will remember. But Bill told me this.
Yes.
But Carol encouraged me to be this. As long as you keep doing your part, God will do His.
God will do the rest.
Yes.
All right. Are you worried about your finances and what you've missed? Or
Those
the
moments
regrets?
do come in, especially when you see your peers.
Yes.
Those moments, it's human nature that they will come in. Say, "Yeah, I'm supposed to be maybe better than this person. I
Yes.
should be far. What if I had stayed sober? Where would I be?
Where would I be?
But if you dwell on those places, on those thoughts, they will trigger you.
Yes.
So I usually try to find a happy place where
Yes.
I can put my mind to and not dwell. It gets easier. That's what I can say.
Yes.
It gets easier as the resentments go, even the negative thoughts also start going.
Have you made amends?
I am trying.
You're trying.
Yeah, I'm still. There are some people whose amends are hard to make, both on my side and on their side. Mostly because people don't believe you. Plain
Yes.
and simple. They think, we've been through this before.
Yes.
She's going to.
What's the difference?
Yeah, but you do your part. It's up to them to forgive you.
You know, I like to tell people that I believe for them before they believe for themselves. Because you see, the same way that when you're about to relapse, people will tell you, but you. It is the same way you see the same things in people and be like, but this time I think you are.
Yeah.
You have crossed to a different
So
situation.
I also believe that you do the steps for life.
For life.
Yeah.
It's one day at a time.
Yeah, one day at
for
a
life.
time. Yeah. So I'll continue to do the amends, the ones that can be made immediately. I
Yes.
will do. The ones that will take time, I will also be patient.
Yes.
Like that.
And you don't expect your amends to make sense to anybody
Except yourself.
except yourself.
Yeah.
And so if somebody along the way doesn't forgive you, always remember the ones who have forgiven you or who continually forgive you. There are even those will continue to forgive you no matter what, because they have, they just love you the way you are, not because of what you do.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Karo.
Yeah,
everything we
good
haven't
to
talked about, we shall talk about it at a later date. I am really, really grateful that you could honor my invitation to come and
Thank
talk.
you for inviting
The
me.
brevity, the smile on your face,
The smile
the
is a
beautiful yellow
recovery
dress.
smile.
I
I couldn't smile like this when I was still in
when you are
addiction.
still using.
Yeah.
Yes. We are glad to have you here whole,
Yes.
without broken nose, lips.
They broke, but
Scratches.
they are repairable.
They are repairable.
Yes. Only
Yes.
life isn't repairable.
Mind Matters with Bill Bekunda, our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X at Stream UG Radio. Our WhatsApp line is +256 767 864 228. For those who want to find me, you can get me through this contact. You can get us. Our company business email is info@streamug radio. We do have other programs. Please continue to listen in to the program.